talk to the expert about relationships because he doesn't put up with a lot of crap that's out there. So, this podcast is about dating a younger woman. So, my co host is dating someone way younger than himself. We also talk about a woman who lied while online chatting. We also talk about rules that only apply to people they don't like. And indirectly, we talk about the law of attraction and how it works, at least how it works for him as opposed to me. And we also talk about why do I keep attracting married women? We also talk about people that talk behind other people's backs and how you feel about that. Oh, so we got a lot. So I was kind of looking at both of us. So
Okay.
you're like the expert of, like person to person dating. And
Yeah.
most of my life, I've done things digitally. I mean, I go
Oh,
out and stuff.
oh,
And a lot of times I force myself to go out. So I have a buddy named Mark. And we grew up together since like grade school. See, he used to be the quarterback, even back in sixth grade. So we both lived in like the same apartment complex, and there was a freeway that's in between like the game room and
oh,
our apartment. So instead of walking all the way around and under the bridge to get to the game room, him and his friends went across the freeway. So in turn, somebody pushed him in front of a truck. Ever since the sixth grade, he was like in a wheelchair and he couldn't really walk. One of his arms is like really shaky and the other one's really slow.
okay.
So he got brain damage. I mean, we didn't really hang out in high school because he was being rehabilitated.
Right.
But after high school and after college, we started to hang out, and it was like 11 years. He was real outgoing. He was real talkative,
Hmm.
and he was able to pick up women, but he's never able to take them home, so to say, or date anybody. Nobody's ever dated him because he's thinking that everybody just felt sorry for him. So they were real friendly. Most of the people knew his older brother. That's probably why. But I hung out with him like 10, 11 years. We went to bars. He actually danced. So
Hmm.
he kind of graduated with, he walked with two canes. And
Okay.
a lot of times he can stand by himself. So he would actually dance when nobody was on the dance floor. He would just go out there and wiggle, pretty much.
Okay.
And that was so awesome, and it got people to dance. And we went from club to club, and we went from event to event. And he always picked up people, and I always left the bar empty handed, so to say. So I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm scanning the room for people of interest. So,
Right.
so I kind of fell back to, kind of hiding behind my computer.
Okay.
Here comes the problem that I came across. I don't know if you're familiar with Match.com.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay. So I've been on Match.com forever. I mean, probably since 1998, if you can believe that. So Yahoo used to have a dating site, and then Match.com bought Yahoo, and then my profile kind of migrated into that pool of profiles, if you can understand that.
Okay.
So that kind of put a wrench into things because when you put your age in there, it usually updates itself automatically. But in this case,
Right.
it didn't. So I got stuck where the age stopped updating itself until 5, 6 years ago. They might have fixed it.
Okay.
But it took me a long time to actually create the profile and refine it and do all kinds of things. So I didn't necessarily want to delete it.
Hmm.
What I had was the wrong age on there, but in the body, I had the correct age.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people got turned off because they assumed I was lying when all you had to do was just scroll down just a couple of sentences and there's my age. So, like, in your opinion, if somebody lied about their age, I mean, not on purpose, would that cause red flags for you?
uh, yeah, lies. I can't get down with the lies. I can't build trust like that.
Yeah, but it's still in the body, so it just.
Well, I mean, is there a way to leave it blank, where you don't put anything down instead of you putting down the wrong age?
No, see, I tried to update the age because it's right almost on top of your picture.
Okay.
So when I change it, the admin doesn't change it. So they change it back to the way it was. So they think you're trying to do something underhandedly, and they just change it back to what it was originally.
Okay.
So I'm kind of stuck. But I mean, it's not on purpose, and it is in the text and in the body of what the real age is.
Right.
So I mean, I can understand it's kind of
Deceptive.
yeah, it's a little deceptive.
Yeah. And with the new updates and things, they won't let you update it.
Well, see, now it's adding the age every year, but
Okay.
I'm still changing the body and saying this is how old I am.
Okay.
I mean, I can't control what the website does.
Right. Right. Exactly. No, I get that right there, part. Was just wondering what the if you had any kind of way to make a change on it or something.
No, I can just hope that they're okay because my real age is, in the body of the text.
Right.
I'm not trying to do something underhandedly. But then over the years, I caught people, at least women, lying about their age.
Yeah.
So there's this lady that I matched with, and she was about 5 years older than me, but she marked that she was 5 years younger.
Mm.
So, I kind of asked her the same question, and she goes, "It's almost like real estate. You don't want to find something your price or under. You want to be able to, play the field. You want to see what's the most expensive and what's the stuff that's cheaper."
Right.
And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Now, see, if you purposely are lying about your age, I can understand that. It's not even in the body of what your real age is, and I'm like, what are you
Right.
trying to pull?
Right. That's a whole 10-year gap in here.
Yeah, I mean, she was okay. She likes the younger guys. I mean, I can understand it just puts a bad taste in my mouth, at least. And
So what is your average with the dating sites? I mean, do you feel like you got better odds going with the dating site than trying to meet someone face to face?
oh yeah, because automatically you know that they're single. It's not like you kind of barge into somebody's group and say, "Hey, are you single? Hey, hey, how's it going? Can I buy you a beer?" And then they walk away. So I usually get people just walk away. They don't want to talk, and I'm like, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
So
Well, man.
I mean, just to be friendly.
Right.
What's wrong with just being friendly and having a good time? It's not like me and that person's gonna get married that second. If you don't like me, you don't like me, and we just had a good time that particular day or that night.
Well, you said that the Comic Con, where you get kind of elaborate, kind of get dressed up, kind of go all out. And what about at those kind of events? You ever met anybody there?
Yeah, I met a lot of people, but nobody's really interested. I mean, they like to show off their costumes and stuff, and it's kind of fun to just be somebody that you're not or hiding behind a mask because people like you want to take a picture of you, and then, I think I like the attention where I normally don't get any.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's nice. But this is where I'm getting at. So, If people are changing their age on purpose or even not on purpose, I don't think age is a problem because as long as you have things in common, as long as you can relate,
Right.
as long as you're attracted to each other, I don't think that there's a problem. Because I'm getting at that there's a big age gap between you and your girlfriend.
Correct.
So how do you deal with that, or how did you
Maneuver through that.
how did you even um, connect with her initially?
Actually, it's kind of funny. It was my first time going back to this donut. This place where they sell coffee and donuts. I hadn't been in about 6 months. I had just dropped down, got my weight pretty good, feeling pretty good about myself. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna give me a coffee and donut today from this little place. I pull up. I'm going in the door. Some young lady in front of me, and she holds the door for me. She's in front of me, but she's already going into the building. So she just holds the door for me because I'm walking up. At that time, I had my vehicle at that time was a pretty blue color. They call it racing blue. And, she was like, "That's a nice color. Something on your car or something." I said, "Thank you." And then I said, "What's your name?" So when she told me her name, I'm like, "Oh man, my sister has the same name. Are you sweet as her?" It's like one of my sweet sisters right there. Sparked up the conversation, and I got her number, and I left. Since she got her donuts and coffee, and I got mine, and I left. Um, I called her. A short time after that, or something, I was heading to. I think I was driving down to Atlanta or something. But I gave her a call, and we had our first conversation. And I asked her how old was she, and I found out that we was 22 years apart. Immediately, I said, "Oh, you too young." Like, nope, not even interested. And, and then she said, "Man, they didn't even give me a chance."
Oh,
And I'm
really?
like,
She just still wanted to go for it.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Nah, I'm okay. I talk to you." So I hung up, and then about 2 weeks later, she texted me. Said, "Hey, remember me?"
And you're like, no, who are you?
Uh, she sent me a photo. It was a nice photo, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do remember you." And I was like, "Hey, I'm still out of town. When I come back, let's see. I'll reach out." When I came back in town, I told her, I really was not expecting anything. So I'm like, "Listen, I go to the gym over here at so and so. Meet me at the gym," and we went, and that was ended up being our first date. Us going out to the gym.
Oh,
That's funny.
you just saw her in that tight outfit and you were in, right?
Oh man, but yeah, 2.5 years.
Like, dang, I need to get your skills.
Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, we going out of town tomorrow. We have a lot of similar interests. We also have some interests that's completely different. Right now, I think we complement each other very well. So.
Well, that's good. Yeah, because most people don't think that that big of an age gap, they would date somebody like that, like you thought originally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because
I
they
get
would
it.
think that there wouldn't be anything in common.
Absolutely, and I get that. I didn't think that. As a matter of fact, before this, I normally would have thought, when I had other friends that had dated younger women, and I used to wonder the same thing. What do they have in common? I got over here on this side. Let me tell you, we had a lot more in common than I thought.
Well, yeah, as long as they don't cut you out and they make an effort to get to know you. So my family has like the other end of it. So my Oh, so my grandfather, he married somebody 15 years older than he was.
Okay.
So he thought that women lasted longer or lived longer. So, he was under the impression, he wanted to be romantic and he wanted to die with his wife. Well,
Right.
of course, that didn't happen. So he died in his maybe 50s, and she didn't die until she was 96. So so it was kind of the opposite. I mean, she lived really long.
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, you can't plan that kind of stuff like that. I mean, I understand, I understand his thinking, but it was deeply flawed.
Yeah, and my younger brother did the same thing. So he's in his 30s, and he married somebody 10 years older than he was.
Okay,
And they're pretty happy, as far as I know.
that's cool. You ever thought about dating someone older?
Yeah, I don't really have anything in common with somebody that's older. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
tried that many times.
You said what now? You said you've tried that?
Yeah, I tried that many times. So, yeah,
Oh,
I'm too active for anybody that's older.
I mean,
Yeah, because they want to sit around and go to a book club or have some wine or watch a movie. And I'm more into like axe throwing or, let's go to the park and walk, do something like
okay.
that. Where these older women, I mean, they have walkers or knee problems or.
Man, okay, how old are you going, man? Like, yo, it gotta be a cutoff.
Well, the people that are attracted to me look like my mother. So I'm not really interested in that.
Man, listen. Alrighty then. Well,
Well, see, there's more of a recent example. So I went back to Match.com, and right next to people's name, there's like a green little bubble, and that green little bubble indicates if you're online or if you're not online. So
okay.
if the green bubble is full and it's filled in with green, that means that they were online for the past 12 hours or so. But if its green little dot is not filled in, then they haven't been online for a couple days or longer. So I connected with this older lady, and she was pretty nice looking. So I usually try to match with people without sending any messages because if they're really not interested and they're not matching me equally, then
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't think that they'd be interested and they have other men, 20 other men to talk to. As soon as they match me, then I text them and just say typically, how's your week going? Do you have anything planned for the weekend? And then wait. So in this case, I wait a week and I see this bubble, the green bubble fill in. So I know she's online and then it disappears and then wait a couple more days and I see she's online and then she's offline. So I think 7 days is enough right after you match. If she doesn't talk to you, then she's probably moved on to some other guy. After that, I just text her and I say, well, I'm guessing that you're not interested, so good luck. And then immediately after that, she texts me. She goes, oh, I've been out of town. I haven't been online. And I'm like, immediately, I know that she's lying because of the little indicator dot. And
Right.
she probably doesn't realize that that's there. So, I tell her, I noticed you were on this past weekend. I'm kind of tactfully telling her that she really lied. She wasn't really. She might have been out of town, but she's still checking her profile.
Right.
So I'm guessing she's not really interested. Or all these other guys, they didn't work out, and then now I feel like I'm just second best. Then I'm also thinking I'm going down another rabbit hole, and now we're dealing with trust issues. So maybe I've been doing this for too long, or I'm overthinking things, but that just put a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know how you would handle that.
Man, I don't know how I would handle that. I've never tried anything online before, so um,
Because I've been burned a bunch of times, and I'm kind of tired of people lying. I mean, even though my age is deceptive,
mhm.
but what do you do? I'm kind of stuck.
Mhm. You know, you set yourself up to end up in a situation where no matter what she's deceptive about, she's always gonna say, "Yeah, but you was deceptive at first."
Yeah, so now we're keeping score, and that's not a good thing for a relationship either.
uh, uh, uh. Well, how you switch that? But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't know if you noticed, but if somebody likes you, there is no rules anymore.
Oh, absolutely. I 110% agree. The rules are only for people that they don't like.
Yeah, I think you were telling me that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, rules are only for the guys that they really don't like. They would change up the whole game for somebody that they really do like. And that's another thing also, man, that I would strongly advise. Try to find the lady you. You could you could waste your time with a whole bunch of women that you like, but if you ever find that one that likes you, man, it'll make your life so much easier, so much better, so much easier.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that, and there has to be some kind of attraction.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I ain't talking about you ain't got to get the one that's butt ugly,
Well,
but
no, that's what's attracted to me. I mean, the person that has no teeth, that has like triple chins or something like that. I mean, that's they want to date me, and I'm like,
hey,
they might have great personalities. I mean, there's nothing wrong with somebody with no teeth, but
yeah,
I don't know if I can get into that. There has to be
yeah.
something.
Well, there and some more places to look at. Be the places that you're hanging out at, the places that, or I forgot you doing it online. Uh, man,
Well, see, I go all over the place. So if there's events like there's a outdoor band or an indoor band, I mean, I go and watch. I follow my buddy that I graduated with high school with. He plays in a
okay,
nice band, and I follow him around. There's others, like there's actually online things that you can look at, like meetup.com, where there's jogging events, there's hiking events, there's people that play board games, there's all kinds of things that you can think of. There's like a paint and sip events.
yeah, I heard of those.
Yeah, so I go
Uh,
to all
I
those.
like that stuff.
Yeah, I go to a lot of those, at least to the ones I'm interested in. And I figure, if I find somebody that has the same interests that I do, then we'd have at least one thing in common.
Man, listen, me and my girl we have went. Um, we took dance classes together. We have taken, let me see, we've done dance classes together. We've been to plays, concerts, shows, and
Well, that's because
also,
you're dating her. I mean, I'm trying to get past that hump.
but what I'm saying is at a lot of these different places that we go in, even though we have the age gap, I think if you find things that you already would like to do and go to those kind of places, and then it'd be easier to find someone more like that's into the things that you are into. You know, y'all can grow from there because you're already doing something that you like. You
Right,
know.
but I've been there and done that since high school. I mean, where's my girl? See, I'm not getting any cuter. I'm just getting uglier as I grow old. So I need to grow like pretty quick.
Oh my goodness, man! This is hilarious, man.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, I get frustrated. So
Yeah.
online, there's like thousands of people on there, and it's almost like getting rejected on a daily basis. So it's not bringing my self-esteem up, even though I have a lot to offer. I cook and bake. I know how to sing. I used to sing in a garage band in high school, so I can do karaoke. I can play an instrument. I have fun and dress up. I like to go out. I mean, there's tons of stuff that I do. I mean, I can paint. I make my own podcast. What the hell? I make music videos. I mean, on my Facebook page, you can see me singing and playing and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I got a lot to offer,
Well,
and it makes me think, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying, but just because someone else doesn't see your worth, don't mean you don't see it. I mean, you got to keep on moving. Don't let nobody else, define your value.
Yeah, but how can you not take that personally? After from 19 years old to really? I've never been married.
What type of social groups or whatever do you belong to?
I've been to all kinds of social groups. So there's actually single meetup places. There's all kinds of events like yeah. So Hitch was in like the men move around from table to table, and then the women stay where they are, and then you have like 5 minutes to impress them, and then you move to the next table. So I went to one of those events. I went to bowling events. I went to concert events. I mean, I go to all kinds of events. I mean, down the street, it's almost every couple of weeks, there's an art show. I mean, I go to those. I go to craft shows. I go to all kinds of stuff. And I meet nobody. So my buddy Mark in a wheelchair, he gets more attention than I do. I took him to, you probably don't know this area, but there's an area called Little Italy. And we have what's called the Feast of Assumption, where they close the road down and there's Italian food all over the place. And it's just packed with people like you can't even walk. So I took my buddy Mark there, hoping I would run into somebody because it's packed people. Some stranger actually, well, I took him in a wheelchair because he can't walk. So I'm wheeling him around. He's never been to this event before. This guy, well, we were right in front of a DJ and they were playing some dance music. So this guy took Mark's wheelchair and he's pretending to dance with Mark. And this older lady actually sits on his lap and they're wheeling him around, spinning around, and I'm like, what the hell? Maybe Mark has an idea and I need to go to these events in a wheelchair.
No, man, you can't do that.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's it's like, what the hell do I have to do to actually get to talk to somebody or somebody to be interested in me? I mean, that's a lot of years for somebody to not be interested, and that's so many people to go through, and so many rejections. I don't know if you understand the scope of it.
Well, just listening to you, but you have a son, so you have made a connection here or there, once or twice or something like that, right there. Are you just going for whoever you can get, or are you taking out the time to get to know these people?
Right. I mean, I thought I had something good. So my son's mother is about 5'5", about 250 pounds, if you can imagine. So I'm not prejudiced on size.
Can't get it out my eyes now.
But she actually kicked me out of the house so she can date a homeless person. So she went on Match.com and she found this homeless guy. She moved him in. And I think you were talking about masculine energy. So he had a lot of masculine energy, and he liked to take charge, and he liked to swear and do all kinds of stuff. And she loved that. I didn't really like that for my son, but she fell in love with this guy, and she kicked me right out. I mean, I'm more appropriate, I guess. I'm not that much of a I don't want to say asshole, so to say. or abrasive, maybe that's a better word.
Well, I would say number one place you messed up, never move in a female home. Can't never be a king in a queen's castle. Never. So that was the first mistake. Got to keep your own. Got to have your own. Like that's bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need to be in the game unless you got your own. Start with that right there.
Well,
Work on you.
we
I
were
mean,
together like for 10 years.
10 years. So after that, right there. So what did you do? I mean, what did you do for like self improvement? Did you read more books? Work out? Start working on yourself so that way you can move past that one.
Well, I've always worked out. I've never changed since high school. So, I still have my muscle mass. I read all the time.
Okay.
I mean, technically I improve myself, but I also, read books on human behavior. I mean, there's nothing I don't improve on. I mean, I used to flip houses, and the house that I'm in, it's probably my last flip, and there's a lot of work to do in this house. But I mean, I keep myself busy.
Right. That's awesome.
There's nothing really I had to improve on. I mean, I've always had money, I've always had my education, but all these relationships just went to crap. I mean, if I'm already established and she goes after a homeless guy that has no drive, and I'm fit compared to his skin and bones, I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it seems like you are on the right track. You're already making all the right moves. It just sounds like self-esteem or something like that right there.
No,
Because,
it's not self
uh,
esteem because I know my worth, just people don't. So
well,
I asked my friends the same question that I've known since high school, and I still hang around with them. And I'm like, is there anything wrong with me? And all of them are like, no, we just can't understand it ourselves.
so, well, that relationship you said worked for 10 years, and then she flipped out, decided to go elsewhere.
Yeah, she didn't like to share a lot, so that was one of the problems.
Yeah. Do you feel like you feel as though you maybe
Nope. I just have to say that right now before it comes out of your mouth.
are you just settling for what you could get instead of actually? Have you ever just sat down and thought about the type of person that you want to be with? Maybe wrote it out so that way you can give your mind some kind of direction on what to go into. Because right now it seems as though you just taking anything that you can catch.
No, that's not
And
the case. That's why I talked about, you have to be attracted to somebody. And I described, the lady that had no teeth and triple chins. I mean, I'm not interested in that, but she's interested in me. So, yeah, because I got the impression that you wanted me to find somebody that's interested in me. And I don't know how to do that because nobody, I don't know. I mean, they have to have a little attraction.
so, what would your ideal situation be?
What do you mean by situation?
Well, what would your ideal woman? What would she look like? Let's start off. What would she look like?
Well, I mean, I like her to be professional. I mean, she can be ugly, she can be cute, but she has to have a good personality and a lot of things that are in common that we share.
Okay.
I like to come home and have some level of "I can't wait to see you" kind of feeling. Maybe she likes to do Comic Con things and dress up, and that's kind of exciting. So we can both create costumes. I mean, I make my own costumes, so it'd be nice if she was creative as well.
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't have to be into costumes, but it's nice that she had some kind of talent where either she sings or she paints or she's crafty or she can help rebuild a bathroom or a kitchen together. I mean, any one of those things, or even design something. If she designs something, I'll build it, and it's almost like we're working together. I mean, something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely. Well, let me tell you this right here. This right here podcast goes make some triple digits, make some big numbers. You may end up with so many nice women sending in information and pictures.
No, it doesn't work that way because I've been doing this for a long time. So, I mean, I'm on forums and blogs, and people are really interested in my input because I tell it in a certain way that's unusual. That's almost like describing what dating's like at an old age.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever told you that. It's like thrift shopping.
No.
Oh, so dating at an old age is like thrift shopping. So you pick up an item and they expect full price, but the actual price is cheaper than what it should be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen. If a lot of times you're absolutely right. I'll just leave it at that right there. You can't be like we say. At a certain point, you got to know that just don't give it up. I mean,
Yeah, because you were telling me that some of these women want to be wined and dined and get jewelry or whatever it is because she thinks she deserves it, but she's not perfect herself.
right. And the thing is as a man, you have to know what you're gonna stand for and what you're not. Because what happens is you'll mess around there and find yourself putting yourself in real bad scenarios to try to please someone who just basically trying to use you. You got to recognize that right away. If you just met her and she keep on having problems, like they about to shut her cell phone off, she need her power turned back on. She start having car problems. All of a sudden, every time you look, something else is going on.
And then she wants you to pay for it?
Yeah, you got to make up your mind. Is that the game that you're willing to play, or willing to walk away from all of that and say, no, I'm not signing up for this?
Yeah, because I almost like somebody that's on the same page as I am, whether it's professionally or in life.
Yes.
And it's really hard to find that person.
Well, she out there. It's a good chance though. If she is number one, she already have a guy, or better yet, she already got a woman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I only met one person that's on the same level as I am, but she's married.
yeah, I know someone that's on the same level, and love to do all of those things that you're talking about. From will help you redo your whole basement and all of that.
But then I bet she'll look me up and down and say, "Who are you?"
Yeah, because at this point now you got to figure out who has the. Like I told you, it's got to be polarity. It has to be masculine and feminine energy.
Right, right.
In every scenario.
I don't know. I got all kinds of problems, and they
I
all
don't
have.
really think so. I just think that you probably reading into it too much. I think that you need to probably walk away from it for a minute, and like you said, man, continue doing you.
Well, see, that doesn't work either. So I've not pursued it, and then I pursued it, and it doesn't matter. It's the same end result.
No matter what, you're still coming out the same.
Yeah, so it's almost like if you don't go after it, you're not going to get it. So that's my mindset. Or it's almost like if you don't buy a lottery ticket, you're not going to win the lottery.
Right.
So you need to invest in yourself in order to get what you want. But yeah, I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong because nobody else is telling me.
Yeah, man, this seems a little different.
Yeah.
But totally. I don't see. I don't see anything. I think that you are a cool guy. Then again, hey, I haven't been on a date with you. I don't know what you like when you're hanging out with the women. I don't know. Are you weird? Do you get? Or are you fun to be around when you out with the women?
Well, my kryptonite, if it's too noisy, then I can't really hear anything to talk. Even though they're
Right.
screaming at me, I just nod my head and just go with it. But I can't hear anything or respond or be a part of a conversation if it's too loud.
So right now you're just trying to get the initial meeting going, so that way you can actually go on a date or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just rough out there. I mean, online people have the ability to just be nitpicky, even though they're not perfect themselves. But
Correct.
face to face, it's a little bit different. In a sense, it's kind of the same. You ask the same questions, and some people can actually take their wedding rings off and pretend that they're single for the moment, just like people online can just pretend that they're single even though they're married and they're trying to pick up women. I don't know. It's almost like everything's a game, and I don't know how to play that game.
Yeah. Well, you have to set your own guidelines as far as where your morality sits at.
Oh, I already got all that set up. I just need to meet somebody that wants to talk, that's
Right.
interested, like initially interested or attracted to me. And then I think I'm all set from there. I mean, I got my morals and values set. Just like what I just told you at the beginning, where this lady, she was online and she's pretending that she wasn't,
Right.
and making an excuse that she was on vacation or not
Right.
not on the site. I'm like, if you step forward with your lying foot, I can imagine what kind of relationship it's going to be.
Absolutely. But then again, someone again may almost feel the same way about the age thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm stuck.
At least with the age thing, you can kind of get that straight right up front. You know.
Well, yeah, they should see it if they read my profile.
Yeah.
So from there, they can decide whether to talk to me or not.
And I certainly hope that this kind of come together better for you because.
Well, see, that's why I came to the professional, which is you.
Yeah, like I said, man, my stuff is just normally face to face type of thing. And here's another thing, like I'm so comfortable with me. So if I'm not in a relationship, I'm not the type of person that has to be in one. I can take some time and I can regroup, see where I'm at, take the time I need. I'm gonna keep on working out, keep on reading, keep on educating myself, and when the right time is right, I run into the right person instead of me trying to be out here on the hunt. You said that you have already been through so much, and that right there is the thing that's so difficult for me. I hate to hear you going through such a difficult time or such difficulties when this right here could be so much easier. Should be so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to just be friendly and have a nice conversation and see where it goes.
Correct.
But it seems like it's just a big problem.
Hopefully, I'm just hoping that you can find an outlet, find a place. That seems to be your hardest thing, finding where the people gonna be at. I mean, this time of year now, you got a lot more people gonna be out because of Halloween, Thanksgiving gonna be coming up. A lot of people gonna be out at a lot of social places.
Well, there's a lot of craft show events. There's a lot of art shows, at least around here. And then, yeah, they start, yeah, like this month and going even past Christmas.
Yeah. So, man, this may be your year. You know, don't approach it so dim, thinking that you that it has to be much more difficult than it has to be.
Well, it's almost like beating your head against the wall. How many times do you have to do that until you have to try to find another way?
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, you got to take some time, man, and try to piece that together so that way you don't I never seen somebody like willing to give up trying. You know, either you ain't horny enough or something. Typically, because of a man's testosterone, he gonna find a way. He gonna find somebody willing to make that happen. Now, unless you decide just to stay in the house and just totally disregard your hormones, I don't understand how you even got this far and still having the same issues.
Yeah. I mean, I know I can grab my buddy Mark for sure, because he can't go out without me pushing him around.
Right.
And then I'm sure, as you talk to me, you'll probably get to know more about the things that I've done, and you'll say, or you'll eventually say, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can figure out, because I hate to see you just out here like this right here, man. This is woo.
Yeah, because I can, over the years, I know how to read people
Okay.
and their body language, and I've been on, I've been on tons of dates, and sometimes I get in front of somebody and then they start looking out the window or looking towards the door. I know what they're thinking. They just don't want to be in this date. And I had a couple of those where they were thinking of their ex-boyfriends. And I'm like, really? You're passing me up for your ex-boyfriend? I don't even know what he looks like. I mean, I'm not sloppy,
Right. Well.
And I used to wear suits all day.
Okay, so how did the suits work out for you? Same thing?
Same thing. Yep. They're like, yeah, you look really nice, but I still love my husband or my ex-boyfriend or.
Well, first of all, if she got a husband, you don't want her anyway, so don't even consider that one.
Well, no, I know. I don't find out that they have a husband until maybe when it's too late. Because my son's mother, I didn't learn that she was still married while she was pregnant with my child. She never told me. So I get into situations like that.
Has she been married before? Has she been married before or anything like that?
I don't know. On their profile, they say single. It doesn't say divorced or separated or anything else. So you assume they're telling the truth, right?
Well, okay. So let's get past that right there part, because you said that you and her was together for 10 years. So I'm saying you didn't think to talk to her about that right there? About, has she been married before? I mean, although she's single, that don't mean she wasn't married before. I'm single right now, and I've been divorced before.
Right, but right off the bat, like at the beginning, when you're first meeting, the first, second, third, or even sixth dates, you don't necessarily talk about your exes. You want to talk about what you connect with.
Okay.
To see if there is going to be a relationship.
Correct. I get that.
So, I mean, if you start talking about your exes, then it's going down kind of a slippery slope. It's almost like talking about religion or talking about politics. I mean, you don't necessarily.
When did you find out that she had a husband?
I found out, I guess, when he called and he wanted to come over because he was in another state. And she's like,
I mean, was that the second week y'all was dating, or was that the second month?
No, that wasn't even close. So she was pregnant. She was pregnant with my son, and then she told me, "Well, I'm married," and I'm like, "Well, he's going to be the father, and he's going to be paying child support on a kid that's not his. So you guys better get a divorce." Because they assume the husband's the son's father.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that's how it unfolded there.
That was all kind of clues, man. All kind of signs. So that right there, yeah.
No, but she was in a house by herself. Nobody called. I mean, there wasn't really there was no text messages from another man, and it was like going on a date every day. I didn't see any other man, for months.
No, what I'm saying though, yeah, after you found out, that right there should have been all kind of clue signs to let you know, like, you know what, my spidey sense is going off and something don't smell right here.
Yeah,
so
but
you got to know that this is not going to end well unless that you are making plans or something.
But now I feel responsible because she's pregnant.
Mm.
So it's not like I'm gonna just leave her and leave a son that wasn't born yet. I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah, you're right.
So I stuck it out, and even though it didn't turn out well in the end, I still stuck it out.
At least you got a good ending story. It didn't go so well, but you stuck it out. I get it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Um, I would have never, ever guessed that I would have had that divorce the very first time. I never saw it coming. But we live in fickle times now. A lot of things.
Well, see, that's the other problem. So if you never saw a divorce coming, I'm thinking that there's a lack of communication between your partner and you, because
Yes.
shouldn't they share what's wrong so you can both come together and fix it?
Well, the thing is if you only know part of the story, if you only know part of what's going on, by the time I figured out what was up, it was already too knee deep into everything.
Yeah, like I was knee deep in my girlfriend being pregnant when she's married. I mean, it's too late by then, right?
Yeah. So how long did it take her to get the divorce? I mean, was there a time that they needed to? Because normally you can't do that like right away. Normally it has to take several months.
Yeah, I mean, they went to City Hall where they originally got married. Luckily, it was in the same city, and then they got it done. But the strange thing is, see, she married her best friend, and her best friend was this guy that she was married to. This is how she describes it. So after they got a divorce, they actually took a picture together, both smiling in this picture, and that hit me a little bit weird. It's like, why would you take a picture together after your divorce, like you're celebrating something?
Sound like a clue to me.
I
He
mean,
always can come back and hit it whenever he wants to.
yeah, he's not that kind of a guy. But yeah, a couple years down the line, he actually hung himself.
But dog,
So I think everything that this girl comes across, they kill themselves. So, so her husband that's has more of a masculine energy. Um,
yes,
he got bone cancer and he died. And I just realized that this girl's been married 4 times.
she's definitely a keeper. Whoa. But she keep on finding somebody to sign up for that thing. She keep on finding somebody to sign up for that thing.
I don't know. She has a decent head on her shoulders, but
Pardon me?
she's got a decent head on her shoulders.
Yeah. I'm sure that ain't the head that they really concerned about. But man, and you the only one. hold on, brother. Stop. How many kids does she have total?
Just one. She never really wanted kids, but we had one.
So you mean to tell me this lady has been married and divorced 4 separate times, and you the only unlucky person that had a baby with her?
Well, I don't want to say unlucky, but
Man, you wasn't married to her though.
no.
But you that's stuck with the lifelong commitment with her. That's what I mean. These other guys was able to get in and out. Get in and out.
Well, I mean,
Right.
even after the first red flag where she's married and didn't tell me,
Right.
I mean, that made me think, what else is she hiding?
Sure.
So you kind of got to build that trust back, and I really never got that from her.
My. Ooh, brother, I really feel for you. I mean, for real.
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate this so much for you. Uh, but we live and learn. You know.
Well, it makes a good story, though.
Yeah. It's just sad that you're the one that had to, endure all of that. That's all I'm saying.
Or maybe I should say it gives a good lesson in life.
Oh, this is so true. Such a great lesson.
So I wanted to ask you something else. Have you ever had a situation where somebody was talking behind your back?
Um, that's just life. Yeah, all the time.
No, like in a relationship. Like your girlfriend would talk behind your back?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I found out even worse than that. Yeah, my ex-wife, she had started. There was a when my boys was growing up, I always cut their hair. I cut their hair. From the time that they came into the world all the way until they typically, got old enough to pay for barbers themselves. That was the plan. A couple of months before we had actually completely broke up, me and my ex-wife, all of a sudden she decided she wanted to start taking them to the barber. She started saying, they don't like the way you cut their hair. So I said, okay, whatever. It ain't, if you want to spend some money to go get your hair cut, sure. That's what she decided that she wanted to do. I felt some kind of way because that right there was me and my son's bonding time. And I didn't like the fact, because I've never said anything about her when it came to my daughter and my daughter's haircuts and hairstyles or anything like that. But this right here is feeling some kind of way. Later on, I ended up finding out that the barbershop that she was going to, some people I knew owned it. And it took them a minute to figure out that she was in there constantly talking about me out loud to the barbers, to everybody, cracking jokes and all of that. So yes, sir, I have been through it. And you find out that the person that's the closest to you, how they really feel about you. And they out here spreading it out in the streets.
Yeah, but these were like the people that own the barber shop. They were your friends or her friends?
They were people that I knew, but she never knew that I knew them. And by the time when they found out who she was talking about, they reached out right away. Like, yo, you need to pull your coat. You need to know what's going on out here.
Well, so I got a unique situation then that happened to me in the past. So let's see. I used to date this girl off and on for about 4 years. And we kind of had problems. She was another one who was married, and she didn't tell me that she was married. So I keep on getting into those kind of situations. So when I wanted to talk to her about the situation, she goes, "No, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to have fun." She kept on giving me that kind of answer. And, the months went on, the years went on, and she still wouldn't talk about anything. It's almost like she didn't want to talk about her issues, but if she had a problem with me, she would bring it up right away and it was okay. So it became a point where I got frustrated and I couldn't go to her anymore. So who else could I talk to besides start talking to, behind her back? So I got so frustrated, I asked her, can I talk to your cousin? Because your cousin grew up with her, her cousin grew up with her all her life, and they're like best friends. So she knows her better than anybody else. So she said it was okay to talk to her. And in the back of my head, it still seems like I'm talking behind her back, but she agreed to it. So I started talking to her, and she goes, "Yeah, she's a liar, and yeah, she likes to cheat on people and do this and that." And I'm like, "And this is your best friend?" So, but I wanted to get information. It's like, well, how do I get her to sit down and talk like adults? Like we're working together in a relationship to fix something and go past something. It's like all she does is sit and stew on things. She doesn't want me to talk about anything. And eventually, you're going to blow if you don't talk about it. Or you're going to fill in the blanks with false information and something else is going to happen.
Absolutely.
So it's like, what do you do?
For me, I leave. Because my peace means more to me than, than this situation. Me being somewhere that's peaceful, I can think, I can breathe, without, because that's going to stress me out. And that's not worth it to me. That situation, yeah, that's going to stress me out.
Yeah, but it seems like small situations you would leave, but the rest of the years or the months you've had a lot of fun and you enjoyed each other, but you just walk away for something small.
Well, I didn't know that this much time had been invested into this, but listen, we got to find a way to be able to talk about it. If we can't talk about it, we can't move.
Yeah, because I can't see just throwing away everything just because she doesn't want to talk about a certain situation.
So what else is she hiding?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or I'm thinking maybe she doesn't want to look bad. So then I suggested that maybe I go into therapy and start talking to a therapist or a psychologist. And then she goes, no, that's talking behind my back. And like you said, what else is she hiding? What does she not want to admit? Why is she isolating me from everybody else? So there's all these questions that I had that I'm not getting answers to. So in this case, is it okay? Like she considers it talking behind her back, but what do you do if you have no choice?
I would definitely suggest getting you a doctor or someone that you can talk to. So that way you can move on. Have you ever thought about maybe possibly being a prison pen pal for a young lady?
Yeah, I looked into that. I couldn't find any prison pen pal. But I wouldn't be into that either, because I'm sure she would rip me a new hole if we were to meet. That is just crazy.
Man, have you thought about, have you ever seen, what's it called, 40-year-old virgin?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah. Yeah, I got the Aquaman toys and everything. No, they're really my sons, but no, but I'm no virgin, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, man. So what's your goal? You want to be married? You want to just have a relationship? You just want to have a girlfriend? I mean, what would be picture perfect for you right now?
Well, ever since I was in high school, I always wanted to have a family and be married and settled, and it's almost like nobody wants that I come across. So these are the cards I've been dealt with.
I mean, I feel like you're reading the cards wrong or something.
I don't know. If I can rearrange them in my favor, I would.
Well,
that's kind of one of the reasons why I became, a psychologist. I'm trying to figure out, so why do people do this? And I know why, but it's just not in my favor, though, to get into a relationship.
What have you come up with, though?
That it's everybody else. Everybody else has baggage and issues, and it just doesn't seem to mesh with me, I guess. Because their baggage controls them, or their traumas control them. It's like simple things like you live too far away. And of course, men are going to cheat and lie because they all do. And I'm like, they don't all do, but they assume that.
Right.
And you can't live in fear all the time, which a lot of people do that too. They nitpick when they're not perfect themselves. And I'm like, just get to know me. We can just be friends and see what happens from there.
And they don't want to even do that.
No, I mean the slightest little thing, they just run.
I said we got to do better than this. Got to
Yeah.
find you some new places to hang out at.
I mean, I've been to all kinds of new places. I got customers in New York. I got customers in Detroit. I got customers in Cincinnati. I got customers in Cleveland, Columbus. I hang out all over the place.
Okay.
And there's no excuse because they all react the same. I mean, people are people, you know? It's like. So from this podcast, at your best, you still won't be good enough for the wrong person. But at your worst, you will always be worth it to the right person. And this concludes this episode of Dating and Relationship Advice.